everybody, and welcome to another Sandia Mountain Natural History Center quick trip. Today we're in the Goblins of Paliza Canyon near Ponderosa, New Mexico. Let's go explore. These goblins, or hoodoos as they're sometimes called, are actually formed in what we call tuft. So the tuft is actually volcanic in nature, and it's very soft. But on top there's cap rock. So what happens is the cap rock doesn't erode, the tuft around it erodes, and you're left with these pillars, hoodoos, and goblins, which are a lot of fun to climb around on. So these rocks are part of the Jemez Mountains. One of the things that people don't realize is the Jemez Mountains really are here as a result of a giant volcano. The volcano is so big that often astronauts use it as a landmark when they're orbiting the Earth. That's how big it is, and you can see it. People don't often realize that New Mexico has a ton of volcanoes. So we just came across a really interesting find right here. If we look, this appears to be a piece of pottery. Now, I'm not a archaeologist, so I can't say how old it is or if it's even Native American, but I do know that this area was frequented by Native Americans. The monument, the National Monument of Bandelier, is actually not very far away, and the Native Americans that were living here actually used the volcanic tuft to build shelters in and use as their homes. So it's very possible. But as I said, I'm not an archaeologist. I don't know, but one of the rules of leave no trace is that we are going to leave it right there. If we took it with us, it would lose what we call its provenance, and we wouldn't really know or have any way of studying it. It belongs here, so we're going to leave it here.
They didn't photograph too well, but we were able to find some petroglyphs carved into the tuff later in our hike.
This tuft is very fragile and easily eroded, so we often get these holes in it. And since it's volcanic in nature, it has a lot of air pockets in it. So sometimes it'll even float. Let's go do a little experiment and see if this is the right kind of tuft. So this volcanic tuft that we were talking about has so many air holes and air pockets in it, and is very light, that often it'll float. Let's see. Yep, there it is, floating down the river. A rock floating in the water. Didn't think you'd see that today, did you? No trip lately seems to be complete without a pile of bear scat.